25 years. So what bearing did Hard Knocks? Before there was even known of a thing called Hard Knocks, they were suffering hard knocks. So they don't need this. Skip, Jerry Jones treat Hard Knocks like Thanksgiving Day game. It's another opportunity for people to see him and his team. So he's always going to sign up for it, Skip. If you gave the teams a choice, okay, do you want to be on Hard Knocks? Everybody with the exception of Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones would make Thanksgiving, like a Thanksgiving Day, like the Cowboys are on every Thanksgiving, they would do Hard Knocks every year. Because Jerry Jones cares more about commas than Lombardies. And this is another opportunity for him to showcase his team. Got no problem with that. But there ain't no pressure to do. So Hard Knocks is going to bring pressure. Not that they're the Cowboys. As you tell me all the time, the most valuable franchise, not just in North America, in all the world, more than these football teams. The Barcelonas, the Man U's. So the pressure is, it should be the Cowboys. We should have a certain level of expectation that come along with this. But that's not. So now we look for external forces. Well, that's the pressure. That's why they didn't make it. It was because of Hard Knocks. No, you're not going to make it because you're not going to make it because you're not that good. And that's why I got Dew riding on it before we even know what's going to happen. I put all the Dew to the middle of the table because I already know what y'all going to do. Nothing.
Really?
And so do you.
I don't.
You do.
In fact, to your point, would the Cowboys do Hard Knocks every year if offered? Sure they would. Jerry would say, thank you very much. He'd do it for free. He doesn't want anything for it because the publicity would be invaluable to this team and to this owner. If you gave HBO the opportunity to say you can do Hard Knocks every year with the same team, do you think they would pick the Dallas Cowboys?
You know who they probably would have picked this year? They probably would pick Tom Brady this year. But more times, 9 times out of 10, they're taking the Cowboys.
If you ask them going forward for the next 10 years, you can pick one team if you so choose.
Probably take the Cowboys.
They would take the Cowboys because they sell. They are still America's team. Now they've become the world's team. The most valuable franchise in all the world is Jerry Jones' franchise. The franchise he paid virtual chicken feed for. He stole that franchise in 1989 just because the owner didn't like Tom Landry, and Jerry was the one bidder who said, I won't keep him. I'm going to bring my good friend Jimmy Johnson with me. They weren't actually that good of friends.
They were.
That was a whole nother issue. So here's the point about my Cowboys. I believe that not only will they not be crushed by the overinflated expectations, I believe this will help launch this team this year because it is made for this. It will be fueled by Hard Knocks in ways most teams aren't cut out to be able to accept, to be able to withstand the crushing expectations that do get created by Hard Knocks.
I'm glad the Dallas Cowboy isn't NASA because we'd have never put man on the moon. We'd never get anything up in the damn air. Because you already know. You talk about, it's going to launch them. You've been talking about launching, and they haven't launched yet. They've been dud, Skip, and you know it. At some point in time, you're going to have to come to the realization of this.
Which team annually is the epicenter of national media attention? Annually. It's just Dallas. It just is. So it's not like they're not used to this. It's not like they're going to say, we don't know how to cope with the new pressure this inflicts upon us.
You do realize as a sports team, you're not trying to win Pulitzer Prizes. You're not trying to win Emmys. You're trying to win Lombardies. So you keep telling me they're the epicenter of the media attention.
They are.
When are they going to be the epicenter of media day? You know they have that on the Tuesday night in prime time. When are you going to be the epicenter of that?
Monday night, actually, now. I'll take that.
Skip. Okay, yes, but you know good. You know what? You said that with a straight face, too. You think I didn't notice that you snuck that in there. It's Monday night now. But you won't be participating in it.
Okay. Which team annually leads the world in words spoken and written about it in the media? It's not even close. It's Dallas times 10.
It's you until the playoffs start. You notice that? Y'all get all the attention for the first 16, 17, 18 weeks. And then we start the playoffs, and then we talk about, who has the best chance to win the Lombardi? We never talk about you in that sense.
Okay. Which team leads the league annually in overinflated expectations already? It's Dallas.
Thanks to you.
Not thanks to me. It's just the way it is.
No. You come out here every year and you talk about they got CeeDee Lamb. We're going to launch. We got Dak Prescott sewn up.
Yep.
We're going to launch.
Okay.
Every year you going to launch and you ain't taking off yet. What kind of rocket are you?
What team leads the league annually in excess hype? It's America's team, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like they're not built for this. They thrive on it. Like this will only enhance their view of themselves, which is we belong in the spotlight. They're made for the spotlight. Yeah. And I love this team on Hard Knocks because Dak Prescott is now the highest paid quarterback in the history of the National Football League. So can he live up? Well, I'm waiting to see. But I want to see him in the spotlight on Hard Knocks.
But let me ask you a question. Once he became, they didn't know they were going to be on Hard Knocks. Mm-hmm. So were there not already pressure before Hard Knocks with Dak getting this Prescott?
Yep.
But see, you do this every year. Skip, you like that movie 8 Mile, Mekhi Phifer. Mm-hmm. He's hyping up Bunny Rabbit. Mm-hmm. He needs to get him going, and Bunny Rabbit don't say any words.
Yep.
That's you. You hype the Cowboys up every year, and guess what? They don't do nothing.
So CD is poised for a breakout season, and he will be a breakout star on Hard Knocks. He will thrive on it. He will be lifted and launched.
What did I tell you last year? CD what? CD's L pile up. And that's what happened, didn't it? I told you, I said, Skip, y'all not making the playoff. I told you your record. Took 5 cases off you like that. Gonna get about 10 more this year. Because I told you you're finishing third and you're not winning the division.
You're still down 35
I don't
cases,
care, but that's okay.
So all of a sudden, I have a rookie class that talks as well as they play. And the Hall of Famer across from me has already anointed Micah Parsons as the best player in the draft. That's what you told me.
I said he was the best defensive player.
Okay, well, best defensive player, but he talks like he's Lawrence Taylor, and I love it. He might be able to back this up.
Can we see him play?
Okay.
Now, all indications, Skip.
Listen, he can talk.
No, I'm saying if you look at his tape, you look at the way he timed.
I got it.
Now, if he can carry that over to the NFL, he's going to be special.
Okay. Kelvin Joseph, second-round cornerback out of Kentucky, started with LSU as a blue-chip recruit at LSU, and then, of course, he got suspended, and finally, I don't know, he decided to leave the program and went to Kentucky. Well, he's already got a rap career going as Boss Man Fat. You don't think that's going to play on Hard Knocks?
Oh, my goodness.
Huh? You don't think that's going to launch?
Skip, you remember the last rookie that did a lot of talking? I think it was Abrams from Oakland Raiders.
Yeah,
he did all that talking about what he going to do. They're trying to get him up out of there already.
Yep.
He do all that talking. You can't talk. That's one thing about this game, this thing called football. You can't talk yourself into this one. You either can play or you can't. And you do all that talking, and guys going to find out what that talking is about.
Then there's another cornerback they took a little later in the draft named Nashawn Wright. 6'4", 183 pounds. He is long, and he's got the longest arms of any cornerback in the draft. And he said the day after the draft, I kind of look at myself as kind of more athletic and an agile Richard Sherman. You do? Really? And then he had to apologize to Richard, and sort of they got good because I think Richard's going to wind up with the Cowboys, and he might be in the center of attention. How
about he has a career like Jamel Dean, a long corner? Does he realize how special Richard Sherman was? I don't think he realized how special Richard Sherman was. At the top of his game, that he was one of the 2 best corners. He and Darrelle Reeves were the 2 best corners in the game.
These kids that we drafted, they don't care who came before them. They don't care about Too Tall Jones or Harvey Martin.
Okay, I'm going to see.
Randy White.
That's what I love that when he talks.
They don't care about Deion Sanders.
I love that.
Yep.
That's what I love.
Yep.
Because guess what? I got a microphone 240 days out of the year. And I heard all that talking that y'all be doing. I guarantee you can't out-talk me. I'm a professional talker. Y'all talk part-time. I talk full-time for a living. So I'm anxious to see what you got to say, because I got a lot to say.
I think you might have met your match, and your man, Micah Parsons, he's your man.
Yeah, I like Parsons, but he better be Devin White. Now, Devin White can talk.
Yes, he can. We had him on the show. He lit it up.
Got no problem with it.
Yep.
B. Wags can talk. Fred Warner. Darius Leonard. You doing all that talking, you better be one of them. You better be one of them.
Well, you've already proclaimed him a potential one of them.
Potential. Potential just means you ain't done jack yet. Potential. I know a lot of guys have potential. A lot of them. They were supposed to get my job. Potential, they're going to play Sharp. Old Sharp hung in there. 14 of them.
The record ratings that you're about to witness on Hard Knocks just might push or move HBO to say, hey, Roger, could we maybe have the Cowboys every year on this?
Record ratings. What is that going to do for your Super Bowl.
Launch them. Create hype and expectations. They're going to say, we got to live up to this.
So this is the first time. So this year, in